Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mammal and Psychic Medium. Welcome to a collective love reading for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of. Today I'm going to ask our spirit guides and our angels for a fairy tale love reading. I want the dream. I want the experience. I want to fall in love. I want it all. So I'm going to ask Spirit with some messages, cards, charms, initials, evidence, anything Spirit wants to share with me. If you found this reading, there's no coincidence. Spirit probably has a message here for you. You were drawn to this reading, and stick around, see what the message is. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. Let's call in our guides and our angels. Let's see what our cards have for you today. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you have for us at this time? What is it that you want us to hear? What is the fairy tale about to unfold? I want to know. Raise your hand if you want a fairy tale love. Spirit, please guide me with loving messages. Ego clash. Our personalities challenge each other. I think a good challenge is good. I think that when somebody is always taking the lead and the other person's supposed to just like follow behind them, after a while that gets old, right? It's kind of like, it's not all about you. I think a challenge is good. I think somebody who pushes you, I think somebody who pushes back on you, Spirit just said, there's this sense of tension, vibration, and I do feel like it's healthy. I feel like I said, when one person is kind of like, you know what, this is how it's going to be, and the other person's supposed to just go for the ride, that person's going to be filled with resentment eventually if they're not able to help make decisions and don't feel like they're an equal. So some kind of challenge. I have a spark. I want spark, Spirit. Our connection ignites a soul level transformation. I love the dancing. I can't wait to dance with you. I can't wait to hold you in my arms. I can't wait to kiss you. I think that if this is in the universe already, it's already energy coming towards you that is intimate and affectionate. And I feel like once you're in this person's arms, it's going to be where you're meant to be. And I do feel like it's very natural. It's not like this awkward dance. It feels very natural. Could be reconnecting as a soul, past soul life connection. I have a sacred contract. We made promises in spirit. I love it. So I feel like I've been in your arms before in past lifetimes. I recognize you. And I even like this feeling of our souls are already committing, because our souls are going to commit way before our 5D personalities living in this world are going to commit. We're going to be struck with responsibilities and they're saying heartache, families, kids, life on life's terms, and our souls are saying, I just want to love this person and I just want to be loved. Like, what is all this noise around us? So our souls are kind of struggle with, I just want to be in love with you. Where is all this coming from? So I think that the outside world sometimes attacks us in a sense, preventing us from just enjoying what two people have found. I have shadow work. You reveal my I am going to be, I don't want to say struggling, but I do feel like that outside world coming down on us. like if I could be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I had no worries and no fears and no responsibilities, and I could just play with my new boyfriend or girlfriend. Um, yeah, that is a fairy tale. But that's not how the real world works. But part of me feels like that's all I want. And sometimes we do escape into that world for a little while. And then we have to come back out and say, I got to get some work done. I got to get my head back in the game. I got to get, I got to clean my house. So sometimes we do kind of escape with this person for a little while and do that bubble of I'm falling in love with you. So I do feel that we're going to be in that bubble. So if it's not here yet, we're going to find that person. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 3 of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Cups. I have an Ace of Wands. And I have a 2 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles came into me a little bit different than it normally does. It came into me as like, this is the 3rd significant relationship of somebody's lifetime. Doesn't mean you've been married before, but if you were to count on your hand, you had long-term relationships, long-term significant others, whether it was a marriage, I lived with somebody, I dated somebody for 5 years. I feel like this is like the 3rd time's a charm, okay? But not with the same person. So I've had enough experience in other relationships that this one I know is going to be the one. I do feel like that Knight is coming in very strongly. And it is a feeling of they are steering the ship. They are steering the relationship. So I'm going to say let them lead. If it's a divine masculine energy that's very strong, I feel like for some reason they just, I don't know, they're the ones who make the calls. They're the ones who ask you out. They're the ones who make the plans to see you next. And a little old fashioned, but it works and it feels good. And I feel like I'm just going to let this person for now take the lead. And I do feel like it's working because I'm tired of, I'm not going to chase, right? I'm not going to beg for somebody to be in my life. If this person wants to be in my life, then this little old fashioned, I want to say courting. I want to say chasing. Something like that is something that works for us or works for you this time, because it's like I said, I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to beg. You want to be in my life, you better call me. You better show up. You better knock on my door when you say you're going to come over. So I do feel that. A little bit of smitten energy just came in with that Ace of Wands. Very much of a one of a kind with that single rose. Single rose could be a clue, could be a gift that they give you on a first or second date. They literally bring a single rose. So that could be something to look forward to. And then the 2 of Pentacles, it was almost a feeling of we'll see. It was not necessarily making a choice, but it was kind of like, if they do all these things, then yeah, over here, I'm going to decide that this is somebody I want to be with. But I do feel like they have to show up, and I'm going to say, I don't like tests, but I do feel like in this case, it is a little bit of a test because I'm tired of the wrong person and I'm tired of wasting my time. So if that's you, this person is going to be a little bit old fashioned and they are going to be chasing. I have an 8 of Cups. I have a 2 of Wands. I have a Lover's card, and I have a 9 of Swords. I have to tell you, it was really this feeling of breaking through. It was breaking through some kind of hurdle that you've been struggling with, whether it's I'm actually interested in this person. I'm attracted to this person. This person has potential in the future. This person has kind of their act together. I felt like you kind of feel like, okay, I got through that hurdle. And that felt good. And then you started thinking, could this be somebody that I could be with? I do feel like you go through that, whether it's just an immediate projection of, I could see myself with this person. I think this is somebody that I could be with. And then I start to fall in love with them. And I start to realize, and then boom, that 9 of Swords comes in and says, it's a little too good to be true. And, you know, what if I do fall in love with them? And what if they break my heart? What if it's the best thing that's ever happened to you? I always like to turn it back on, why do we go down the path of, I'm going to get hurt? That at the end of the day, I always end up, somebody walks away or it ends. Why can't we go down the path of, I'm finally with the person that it's going to stick and it's going to stay? And this old-fashioned energy is a little bit, it could be a past lifetime that I'm picking up on, that, you know, that traditional courting energy, that formality of, we go through that, all the dating stages. Those people did not bounce around from people to people and date, you know, whether they were all happy or not, I don't know, but they didn't bounce around. You know, people date you once or twice now, and then you never hear from them again. So there's a part of me that says that old-fashioned energy of, I'm going to give this a chance and I know it needs time, is coming into me today. So I'm going to take that. I think that that's good. I have a Judgment. Oh, that came into me as, I'm not going to look you up and down at first sight. Okay. Not that first impressions aren't important, but I'm not going to draw a complete opinion of you within the first 10 seconds. I am going to give you a chance to prove yourself. I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourself. And so I can see your qualities, so that I can see if I'm at all attracted to you, if we have something in common, if we are interested in each other. So I do feel like this is, I have to be really careful with saying, oh no, I can't see myself with that person, when they could be the best thing that's ever happened to you. Sometimes we don't fall in love at first sight. And sometimes we get to know somebody and we fall in love with all these other qualities. You realize this person has really beautiful eyes, or this person has an incredible sense of and beautiful sense of humor, or they have this beautiful, like, natural generosity that I didn't see when I first met them. So sometimes over a period of time, the things that you actually fall in love with aren't what you first see in a person. So be careful with that judgment of, you can't decide. What is it? You can't judge a book by its cover. You look at the cover and go, oh, I'm not going to like that book. You know, what if it's your new favorite 5-star? I'm a big avid reader. What if it's your new 5-star read? So we want to be careful with that. This person, I feel like I'm going to fall in love for reasons that I never anticipated, and they're going to fall in love with you for the same kind of reason. So that feels good. I have a theft. Okay. A thief. Don't waste my time. Okay. The only thing we have is time. The only thing that, you know, don't steal my heart, right? Don't waste my time. Don't steal from me. Don't steal my energy to bump your ego. Don't steal my body. Don't use my body. Okay. So yeah, I mean, be aware of the thief. Okay. Be aware of the person out there that their intentions are not good. The person who's a little old fashioned, do you think that they're out to use you? Do you think that they would be somebody who No, they're in it for themselves, Spirit's saying. So if you start to see that, it's always around their schedule, what works for them, there's no flexibility, walk away. You want them to chase you, but not on their terms. Are you available? Like now? I'm sorry, I'm not available now. It's a little short notice. Oh, well then I'll call you again, maybe. Okay, good. Goodbye. I have a marriage. Number 3. Okay. Yeah, the number 3 is coming in 333, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 hours. I think it's the third time. I think it's the third significant relationship in your life. And this one works. For some reason. Maybe you just learned lessons with, you practiced really good, big practice sessions with number 1 and number 2. I have adjudication. Okay. A marriage could be a court. I got married at City Hall. I got married in the courthouse. I got married in Town Hall. But it's illegal. Maybe it wasn't a big church wedding. Maybe we just wanted to be married and it wasn't a big deal. We just had our witnesses there with us. So a lot of people do that. I have toil and labor, 38. So Spirit's asking me to ask you, why is it so hard? You could be saying, then why is it so hard to find this person? I feel like all I do is work. I feel like I do all the right things. We have to bounce back on divine timing. Often we have to rely on what's best for you and your future self. Just remember, no matter where you are where you're supposed to be at this moment in time. Even if it's not where you want to be, you are going through your life contract the way it was already planned to learn the lessons that you need to learn. So, but the marriage and okay, so let's go back a step. Would you rather work hard at finding the right one, or would you rather just this thief come in and rob you of your time? Right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. So I'd rather wait it out. I'd rather wait for, Prince Charming and who can't wait to kiss me and who's a little old-fashioned than the person who ego is, bigger than their head, and they just only see it as what's good for me. If it works for me, great. If it doesn't work for me, I'm moving on to the next one. And there's a million of those out there. So you have the right to be picky. You have the right to say no. And I think that some of you are getting very good at that. So I think you're good. That's smart. I think that's smart. You don't want to waste your time. You don't. And being with the wrong person is more painful than being alone. It really is. It's just zaps you of your energy. Spirit, please share with me. I have head of the pack, the number 15. So the person coming into your life, I love this. An alpha male, could be an alpha female, persistent. They have a will to win. Okay. I like the persistence. Okay. This chase, this pursuing. Okay. This, eliminating the competition. They stand out in the pack. They pull ahead, right? So there's something about this person that, okay, I definitely see some qualities in them. And I do feel like they're a very strong personality. I think that that's going to jump out. I don't feel like this person is shy. I will say that. I feel that, but then you're holding your own to them. So you're pretty strong too. So we could have 2 very strong individuals. There could be a time where you butt heads, okay, but not in a hateful or hurtful way, but in a challenging way. And maybe that's what you need. When you're a strong person, you don't want to be with somebody weak. You don't want to be with this like little mouse that says, oh, I'll do whatever you say. You want to be with somebody strong and self-confident and drive and ambition and sets their, there's no competition to them. I have the number 2, an anvil, purpose, concentration, strike while the iron's hot. I say that a lot. Do not walk away from something or someone that's been put in front of you, especially if you say to yourself, well, I'm not healed. I'm not healed yet. I need to be healed 100%. And Spirit's saying, yeah, but look at this perfect person I just created for you. This person's solid. This person's strong. This person's determined. And you're like, well, I'm not sure. No, you're self-confident and you are not going to judge on that first impression. You are going to give this person a chance, and this person's going to grow on you, they just said. So this is one of those loves that over a period of time, maybe you wouldn't have picked them out from a crowd, but they did grow on you, and you realize that I really do care about this person, and I am falling in love with this person. I have a new beginning. I have this beautiful rabbit energy. I mean, cute as a bunny. Okay. I just feel, I also feel the, I don't know, anytime you see a bunny in nature, could be just me, but I stop and I go, oh, that is so cute. Oh my God, look at that bunny. So there could be something about you that they think is adorable, or it stops them in their tracks, so to speak. So I like that. I like that feeling of they just stop and look at you because they're just like, oh, you're so cute. You're so adorable, or what you just said or what you just did is adorable. And a little bit of you stop me in my tracks. And I have a soulmate. I have a twin flame, possibly deep soul connection and a blooming love. So Spirit just said, I found you. Okay. So I feel like the number 6 days, 6 weeks, but it's a feeling of I finally found you. Okay. So if you feel like you have found your soulmate, you feel like you are connecting to somebody that is a deeper connection than you have had in the past, I finally found you. So it could be a confirmation for many of you today. Let's get some initials. Let's see if we can get some confirmations. So I've got my dice. I'm going to just zoom in just a little bit. So I have this beautiful little jar of letters, and let's get these and let's get organized. Could be your initials, their initials. I have K, I have F, I have the letter D, I have an R, I have a V, N, G, I have an S, M, A, T. I feel like I want to say smart. I'm just missing, the R. So somebody's very smart. H, X, Z, and D. Okay. I do feel like hazard with that last HXZ. Does anybody work with in or around hazardous materials? Like somebody who, all I can think of is a nurse or a doctor where they have those boxes where they have to put the shots after, they give somebody a shot, like a hazardous box. So, but I don't know, maybe that's a clue. It's kind of a weird clue, but things come out weirder than that. Okay, let's get some charms. Let's see what we have. I have this beautiful full sack, I guess. And let's get some love charms. Spirit, what is it that you need me to know? I did upload your weekly singles reading. That is also charms and initials. So you might want to take a look at that. That's on my page. I'll tag it at the end of the video as well. Okay, let's see. Get a couple more. Okay. What's jumping out at me? What does this say? Does this say love? Yeah. I finally found you. I definitely am feeling something like that. Okay. I have a present. This feels like flowers. It feels like somebody coming to your door. They could be a gift giver. They could be, not that they're trying to buy your love, but it could be just a little something that they thought you would like. And it's actually in a bag wrapped, or it's flowers that are wrapped in cellophane, or, with a bow on it. But I do feel like they went out of their way to get you a little something, like, here, these are for you. It could be this first time you invite them over. Maybe you're going to have dinner at home one night, and they bring a little something. But it is a feeling of generous. I do feel a feeling, again, that old fashioned, I'm not going to come to your door without a little something. I'm not going to come empty handed. So somebody was raised right. Somebody had somebody in their family that said, no, you don't show up empty handed. You come with something that's nice and something that's a little bit personal. So I do feel like that's nice. I have a Cancer energy. Here's the single rose again. Okay, so I do feel like that's a sign. Look for a single rose. Okay, I feel like that's definitely coming. That's part of the energy. I have a cougar, maybe. All right, so little bit of an age difference just came into me. We could have a older woman, younger man. Okay, not crazy, but even if it's just a couple of years, it could be a joke between the two of you. You're my cougar. So it could be just a personal joke between the two of you, even though you could have a 6-month difference and they could be saying it, I have a beautiful wreath, floral wreath. Okay. It felt like a little bit of fairies for a second there, with like fairy flower crowns on my head. So it could have been a little bit of, this feels like a fairy tale. This feels like a dream. This feels like it's a little too good to be true. And I hope you feel that way. I would want that for you. I think everyone should experience those feelings. Yeah, here's my Cinderella's castle. So here's the fairy tale starting to come in. I have 2 cherries, a little bit of a 2 peas in a pod. We're very, very similar, so we could butt heads, challenge each other. We're both very strong personalities, so that could be something that, it could be the best part about the relationship, but it could create fear, like, oh no, I don't want somebody like me, because then it will be too much. But if you've ever dated somebody that isn't like you, and you feel like you're doing all the work, you're the one starting conversations, you feel like you're pulling teeth, you feel like you're dragging somebody along, this person's going to be a lot more exciting to you. It is. It's going to be, your energies are going to be more equal. I have a donut. Donut fan. Sweets, definitely a good donut. Maybe they have, I'm definitely a Dunkin' Donut person. I get a cup of coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Maybe it's not so much the donut as it is the coffee shop, that I stop at Dunkin' Donuts every morning. I stop at Starbucks every morning. Part of my routine. So maybe it's not necessarily the donut itself as much as the Dunkin' Donuts. So are you a Starbucks person or a Dunkin' Donuts person? So that conversation. And I have a mirror, and they're sharing with me, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? So, wow, that's kind of fun. Spirit saying, when I look in this person's eyes, I see myself. I see a part of myself. I see my future. I see a whole new world opening up. So there is a sense of reflection coming in, and I do feel that's part of the charm. That's part of the connection. So how gorgeous. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we have a gift giver. Who's this gift giver? Who's this Prince Charming gift giver? That's what I want to know. Okay. I love it. I love it. Who wants to kiss you? We want that person. We want this. And Spirit saying, I know many of you are going, yeah, but they don't exist. You're pushing back on me. You are saying, yeah, right, Kathy, they don't exist. So I just caught you rolling your eyes at me. But it's more of a feeling of, I just want you to believe, even if it's in these few minutes with me, like try to believe with me, try to be hopeful, try to dream the dream. Because if you can't do it here with somebody like me as a spirit guide, where can you do it? So, fantasize if that's all it is for you today. I'm just daydreaming, and that's okay too. Spirit, what else do you need us to know about this connection? Let's see if we can get just a handful of more messages. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm so grateful always for your love and your support. I am so appreciative always. I have a free spirit. Okay. And the wings are jumping out at me today. The wings on the back of this person, this feeling of, I have my own wings. I can spread my own wings. I don't need you to succeed. I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you. And I think that that's always important to remember. I have universal love. I feel the blast of energy. I do feel this blast coming into you. It could come into you quickly. It could take your breath away. It could come into your life when you least expect it, something like that. I have happily ever after. There's those two swans, that soulmate energy, realizing, what did they say? I finally found you. Okay, so that is what we're holding on to today. And I have a home, building a home together, a nest, creating a home, a beautiful home. Yeah, I do feel like it's they're funny. They're saying it's got 4 bedrooms, it's got a 4-season room in the back. They're like describing this home for me. So let me just see what else they have. So it has a 4-season porch off the back. It has 4 bedrooms. It has a deck off the back with like a big backyard that has like woods behind it. It has a garden on the right-hand side on the back lawn. Okay, so it has you're going to have a garden someday. And I'm asking what the front looks like. The front, they're saying the front has a old apple, like an apple tree, but I feel like it's a crab apple tree. Like it's more of a like I wouldn't eat those apples. So I feel like it's a big old crab. I feel like it's an older home, and the landscaping and everything is very grown and mature. But it has this gorgeous sense of heritage, I guess I want to say. So whoever's home that is, or if that's a home that you are hoping for, you got a big, beautiful 4-season sunroom to sit in. So I would take that in a heartbeat. That was nice. Spirit, can I have some loving messages? What is it that you want this person to say to us? Future self, higher self, What is our person who's looking for us wanting to say in the spirit world? Let's see. This all seems like a fantasy, an illusion. Absolutely. This is a fantasy. It is. That's okay. We want a fantasy. Love will keep us together. I love it. You make me feel alive. Okay. So you are, making me feel like we've got a lot going on here. This beautiful home. Love it. How did I get so lucky? I want you to give somebody a chance. I do not want you to judge on first impression. That I felt like, unless you're really like, this person's really ugly and I'm not interested in them. But if you're at all kind of attracted to them and they're a nice person, and I want you to give this person a chance, because what you're going to fall in love with over time are things that you don't see at first. And that's going to be the best part. Let's put this out into the universe. Pick something in this reading, or pick it all, and claim it with me now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for being here. As always, comment, claim it, own it. It's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, CathyMamolin.psychicmedium.com. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed your fairy tale love, and I want you to all have this dream to come true. So we will ask Spirit to bring this to you now. We'll see you soon.